This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Yama munyina kwaban na Bobie Ansah ese womo sacrifice ye ansa na JDM esamba power because no mo gidie se obesa baba besisi Ghana but the one no ma kono o se o kan sim what o di kan ka sim bi se groups bi na na hema sante hema ye no groups bi sorry si anhwe yi a dachidachi bia be asam dia magana o san isusu bio mampanyi o sitie ni ye pa now Gifty Oware ya enya abono so bono wi ntino de aye ne de akakakra na prosecution asha say yes for stealing one sika ya bosso e mami ene we this car necessary pound and ono so no sem ebobo de pa yenkuti citizen does ni Bobie Ansah no ensem amoka e de found
Ghana hanu ankasa no bibi nshada en ye right ewo Ghana bibi nshada nye right ewo Ghana ha say enanu mesia menu ya bi na all complaining me about this gangsterism issues I've been talking about. Na me kachire ni say kakra no a me metimi aka no na maka wie no di aka no yenjai ni say ya one day yenyina etoye ya na yenyina yeko because when you allow foreigners and obi can say me cheme and I was so scared that even we have a galamsey sites a Burkina base and control those areas. Even the military cannot go there because omo dinro ekuro bia yedi enro juju ena chichiri kuro no ekuro no enye ye because Emma criminals are so entrenched. Mampani se wutie mi a ade bi esi wo Ghana na enyame hyehyeye emma nyame ensa ensi fom mesreo emma nyame enye disappointed say oye saade ne ma ho say yi eye mampani Rollinsa ye fa on my way abakosem eye Rollins ne koye oye ku ekoye 79 and was I ba 82 and yes 31st anajo inti ye kan obi a wakọ asaya ba Rollins under a democratic dispensation. Mampani wabako semu awaye ene se wako mfie 9 asaya ba nenya wutumi enyame na do koye odo ko wilderness edo ko tena ho se hwade na osaya di waba yaya na ye nim ni de se obesi aba no ye di ahoden ni ye kra ni e bibia hyemu we gave our all for your second coming. And then here was confidence, say, Obeba. Bibia ni wa na ewe trim say, One mother. Nenya nipa. Ana do buy. Nyame ana do buy. To clean Ghana. Clear the filth. Sanitize the system. Retool Ghana. And make it work again. These are the reasons. Eyanya made you buy. What shall I say? But mesra was we. Mampani emma criminals emfa Ghana no mum. Don't allow criminal elements to survive, thrive. Don't allow people to take 10% and allow things to go. Wama for NDC nkwa. MPP new, NDC new, CPP new. Obi biara oye akwansidie Emma state. Emma ye marching forward. God just brought you in to crush those people. Mampeni, do it. Wa nyane na onyame bebusa wasem debi. Na wan hwa obebusa wo ma enso so asem debi. JM, do it for God and country. Just do it. Baby aye jina no enye wo. Baby aye jina no oman ni jina no enye. The way a man for akuma share accountability, you have no idea. Na mampeni wa kura wa di ho nkomoda. Sase ye failure edibe yen. Say NDC failure. Enena me ne pani bi di nkomo. Oka chem se Bobie 2028 MPP can never be the alternative. Because enema Ghana for hu afa MPP for no ahomete. Na se drew 2028 na se eyan krofo adwene say politicians nyina ye pe ene na moma prepare for the worst. Papa ne ka che me ni me din say ye nyina ye nim baabi a on my way ejina enka ye behu eniema ato yen media eya desrede eya na mebusa nipa se eni se wutumi efa kwambone so esisi adan wo East Legon esisi adan ewo Trasaco sisi adan wo airport esisi adan wo Chado sisi adan ewo Kumasi sisi adan ewo Asante Mampon. Na one day o mine kabutu a emfaso ben e wo so. Mama yenhwe ni yo. Mama yenhwe ni ye. we must be careful. Ansana yakase yehu yanka. Media mempa obi achew John Mahama mepa na chew because there is a purpose in tia nyame edi JM esai bae se JM si wonu a onim purpose no a obi enka hwe hwe makasa asemwe enemesi akabio onim de ntia abibimam amamwo eye den onim de ntia amamwo ye den because sometimes we are compromised. If we are not compromised on galamsey, minim di entia ese galamsey ntokwa eyedin. If we are not compromised on gangsterism, minim di entia ese ne kon eyedin. Meje John Mahama di me Bobie de I'll give myself another 1 year. Na yenhwe ebia na entotoye ena entoyi baresan baby aye gina ni ntino ebi kura ye tenkomo echen wo a omoma John Mahama security brief say failure say this your by way failure. I don't believe there will be Ghana. Sometimes eya na ya me say mabre mintwa so na nya bobi onko na apekasa. But sometimes too I feel like no me nye din eya asudi anyame dia ma osu adwuma no maybe nyame amma me say me medi minister maybe, and I'm very content. I am very, very content. Maybe the nyame de cha bia ne se me hu se Ghana ayeyie. Na me hu se me ma e wo future omo wani da so. That even today, if I should die, I won't die watching my back, looking at my back. I will die in confidence knowing, say, on my no meja me ma ewom no, e asumdue mai. If we fail, JM, Emma abonefo emfa omaino. They know themselves. Unfortunately for us, omuna abeye adefo no. Omuni efre omo abrempon. Omuni efre omo honorables. Omuni efre omo men of God. Omuna efre omo skafo. About 80% of Ghana emebunu na ekom ede womo. they know. Omo na abie companies etua nkola ne bika 500 Ghana, 300 Ghana. No win says ka we enya akola no hwe. But akola no taxes a ono watimi awia eya waso aye sikani wo Ghana no. Senka ye bia akola na ni amana hu a. Enke bia wode kontiba na be chesi no. Ghana sika nko baby ao. Ghana sika wo krum ha ya. Da bia na list wo kasa asen we. Se kwabna munyai sa de no na omo awia de ko no. Ewo oman mu ha ya. Eni baby a. They steal from our taxes. No more use says can we be their top drugs. Any aduane ama nkola no. Ene Ghana ni akola awie school a. Ompa adwuma nye. Na nye ono na ompa adwuma no. Se bia adwuma ni bi wo ho a. Ke bia wanya bi. Enti se Ghana for nkola. Omo na bo politicians mrane. Omo na bo ye friend say ahemfo emrane. Honorable one. Woni ya ni daso. Future president. One awokro. Odesi obiani ho one. Na politician no to the car. Taxes no awawia no. Now our team 500 Ghana, 1,000 Ghana. No di ama womo. Na omo a politician no awia womo na badge so. One rabo ya dawasi o. Onyame nsira o nya bebre. Chese da bia awia ye say ya. Sometimes I sit in the room and watch some of the videos and I ask myself, oh, that Ben Ichna. That Benny any better. But you can't blame them. In a country, aduane nsonye baby a ye mabru di omuti beto ho ayedin. Obi wo ha opechu obi. Na say no be catch him say yes style abane say e be a young girl no na danfo o market ska bom e be o me 2-3 no me dey akohan dan single room no mo wom. Sa enkola we e dey be na wo kire no wi ase a onye say yes wo di bone survive obedi. Inti ene Ghana nkwada brabo nyina da ne mrane. Omo na bo ahemfo mrane. Omo na bo politicians mrane. Sa kwala no bibi ya. On me bo mrane enye hwe but ekom. Ti di ono no etu ya galamse asase no ne ebone mrane. Di ono no offer your taxes no na ye ebone mrane. Because oni adwuma ye ekom de no onya dai. Moma ye hwe bibi o. Yase ketrema mpro. Tie kan sen we di ato na dabi. Wachina bi. Sinipa ankae ya nsu a ombeka ya asre. Dia ono want to be mom na den so ene social media no akote platform. on the platform no the ono ode eba ne se ono ode koma nkrofo a wo mo ne ewia no. Yes, because that is how ono so betimi adidi. And Rasenansa name who a small boy be na ote TikTok udi divatembo bina ohwe ni sunchem kasa utimisi wo wie SHS say university o onya adwuma nyeye, so you can appreciate their frustrations. Do you know why? Oh yes sir, politician be bemani bibia di ohini bi bemani bibia di oni adwuma ye. Enti ade no a eye o man no onhu. The only thing sorry a ohwe animu survival. Survival. Sabe ya ne sabe kona no. Because onu owu dada owu. Na enipa no a okuno no. Sa nipa no na bibi won nsem. Sa kolawe o ka kire ne se eye asumasi na eye o se ya ontiase onima de kro, because sa asumasi no wono na no power man 50 cedis 100 cedis. JM ye bibi. JM ye bibi. Se wa anya bibi a ye keka ko bunumu. Ye bibi. So what here a public accounts committee sitting now, you appreciate what I'm talking about. Civil servants, ADA institutions, politicians, wamu wosu ye coffers ni gidi. Ahemfo adane abonsamfo te so. Asofo adane criminals ete so. Aw. Media say min blame mabunu no. Min blame omo. Because osha enkwala ba politics mu eni said o masi ayeye afa within short period. Now jai kwa tu omo ya fraud no. Omo de laptop echi abrofo no. Wo so onu ye criminal. No ne wa na ye criminal. Ono ne wa ono ne tempotamu ena okoye serial caller ema NDC use MPP serial caller no wudidimu ena onya politician bi HD enti say Ghana ni akola owie school a ne next ne say opeso ye PA ema politician. Odidi nachi odidi politician nachi sa se crowd ya diaba no mo de law school kakra aka ho oni chambers o ye adwuma ho bosume miensa bosume nine no aye say tam na politician na ka kire ne say o ya akola mo anu nyedu ya kawanu tum na ono so asua hwe kwame you're breeding criminals through politics. A chain arm robber, I arm robber, somebody to a cop chronobo. Politics a breeding criminals more than robbery gang or more day a two a chronobo. JM, sanitize the system. So KGL any your friends say NLA. KGL any NLA contract issues as Samia Okunum etimi ya saade no a senke soja abaya enke bia Samia Okunko ntiase but why wache cheska ni bia ma abusuafo ya start as empire from Samia Okuba ho me man is kafa lorfe ene Samia Oku was catch me enso anya adwuma da me my radio how many years hwɛ samokɔ ayi your friend say PMMC kwame now okɔhwɛ PMMC guy no PMMC no say perio say why no so nipa dasani etimi afa $100 million achecha ama nkrofo so mfa nkoto gold mra gold ama sika ama na so hwɛ say nipa we ni nam ho a modi amonko DVLO na monko hwɛ e kapa akwa ni din di say on kwa ya na me referee din DVL guy na no ansa na loga seba no ukɔhwɛ ka wo mo jai ato eye DVL almost $300 million onipa da sani o wa first ka no one na busuafo ayeyie okɔ Cocoa board minim de ntia randi abe mpeso beka eniema randi abe kwato ye no ensema randi abe akeka no eye just eye minute o Ghana for media me kwa brand e me ra ho me ya but ena me kan no enkwasiafo no dɔɔso kyɛn enyansafo tinkwasiafo no na bomrane onipa a wɔbɔ ne mrane no ɔno a na okunu onim tia me hwɛ nkwala ne saa na ya me ya sɛ adeɛ no a ɛyɛ wo no enipa no a wo bɔ no mrane no ɔne na ɛyɛ wo saa ɛyɛ ɔno a Cocoa board deɛ ndi anyɛ o obi sia me busa me sɛ bobi ada omutua bi ma CEOs ne ministers no omukoto omu no ana na msi bo minim me hu so bi atua bibi ama obi I don't know but yakwa akofa ne sɛ yeso omu hia nkomo omu di ne sɛ Ghana ska ensada but they don't know that out of their actions enkola ewu ema ewu we have lost enipa anka ombeba benyine aye adefo dabi abeboa wo man no Kano for your to me minister 8 years. No akwa America question ho yare. Obaga na near interview no no catch na say. So enye so yare ye kwa America nkonim say America for health facilities ada. Na say nipa we awia ye. We deny sa facilities no ko hu no America no. We deny sa enema no. Na ya hwe na na wadwane. Wahwe ye. Ya hwe no am wadwane. Oko na koko board de aseme be pia free wa aba no ebe ehu koko board na me ka kire randi abe o ma na nyansa na se amanfo de ne fra wakase obi tai no obi antai no na aseme abubo free koko board ba no me de awia me ba adwuma yi mi free meeting bi mu wo a friend say jowuluha na eba me read document ni bi na me ka kire mo say me bobie enya me na me kwaka ho asem momfa nya me eje se ma no so enti ya ma me ma ho me so me ma ho metimba bi dia mo pese mo ye o man ni bia mo nye mon seno onipa be di sei menka se ye nyo na se mi katamani edi wo man bonne na mi anko amasesa ni nyina ni me ba ya hunu say yes me na me ba no aha mia no anya de e na abenya na nke nyina ya nchema ne nso obi aso nkakra nanko hiani no a ono nso ete cycle no a ono no ya awia adwuma na okotua tax no enko no nso enko onya nsu papa nom onya nkania papa eya cheap endem nanke atimi asisi affordable housing kopem say empo affordable housing no enkan ebia ohiani wa mobro wa bia wa wie eye college otimi tobi eya enya anwea any cement yesi ye mama bro wa ni enya bi na wo hwe said oni pasi ja DVL homa logasa na eya mebusa young guys to say logas no say and the end na mutimi ya adwuma you met nothing. You met nothing. Shemaslock. Yenano enkoma elom ebediye. Edmitie enanomitie say president eka public accounts say otuwa na nakoma ye ne ya. Nam say yes. Afi na de ne hit president. Ya de yakoma ye ya ache. Ya yakoma ye ya no ache. Menka se oya aban mu nipa anase bia menka se oya ohina anase menka se so your businessman mendi you me say menwia o man no why don't steal the country in your state no ya say obo bradru baby no anwia bia okofia so ye kohwini me de nka abafnya frɛ me kohwini no minya bia me da awurade ase pa me nya bia me no obia ni competition ada ya wo me no second ya wo me no e me nko a enti wo a wo nchen bia no wasem emfa me ho young koso sema 500 million mumfankuto gold scam gold ama onena mo nanka ya friend say akwai ya da bia ye boni tape yi o de say Kekos ni ekwawusi na mfo wandi simu bebre ekwawusi ni namo madam for MPP ni bi hia me ojolu obusa me say enti Bobie o de o nhwe so na wo mfa bi ena kasa ya na me say ye fa no he fa no mo fa no kire me na me nkonko fa bi hey and I know obviously list to akwa bedi atu asem ena ye nkasa saa ye nkasa saa de o se ye nyina cut them no nipa awieye na hia o awieye ewiase abraba ye bo nyina na awieye na ya ehia ahyase ne de ehia ahyase no ehia ye guso Baby adru no enye kasa bio. Baby adru no ye mpaye a ye de be tai eye JMH. Because Ghana unim MPP for chire Ghana to say Ghana be mafia state o. Amanfo nim omun hui Ghana be mafia state. Ye chai Mexico. Ye nyanu baby a ye meda kra de ne kuruma yeka. Meda ekroma yeka krofo kum omo ayehu bebre ya duru ho na ni nyina no gina JM so ona betimi age yen semfie nan na JM se onye ye na onde ono be bo ne na busua ho ban a onyame se wate enya hwe yankoso leadership ya de ma sebe ya obebo the vulnerable ones no ban o enye omo bibidi dada yes nyame di leadership ma obia se wo se nyame ama leadership e wa adwuma mu a ya de bo omo ye vulnerable mobrofo omo wa adwuma no ene ya di leadership e bo omo ban e mo omo sutimi edi Tise leadership bedane ayonkogro. Say, hey, yani political elites. After marking, was we the political elites. Just omono tesoro ena yayete asye. Eno omotimi preach achire ye. Ami agie di say. Fraud boy ya oti Fadama Sukura oti East Legon chado he no. Omono na say o mine fraud boy ono awiai wada yakwa aya institutions a for na sensa nkrata awiai bokro no omo mbotai no a ukotie public accounts committee now hwede onipa dasani a wako school abaye doctor onipa dasani a wako school now hwe boni pa nipa no adi wo man no a obusa ho se enye se odi boni ni se onimo onim wa shada se me di boni we wo kolebu me di boni we wo konfanoche me di boni we wo Tamale hospital me di boni we na akando koka me ka kire nurse fo no se ya muni di akando atem enti doctor no ho no afre nurses for ba kumienu bi wo promotion time aso ate ese ma promotion mo ko demonstration akeka bi kira kando mame foko no ka kire nse ye ya na edo mo baaye ye ya be side wo ma ko position na nurse ni no wagimia se onim nyansa se de akando eye no ene beboa no ono ni position no odwene ho ni promotion anase bi incentives bi obenya free doctor no yene ne hia no anase postings papa bi be money transfer and I mean where do you write up bi I read it na me sui because ya drew baby ebia me Bobie dia na dwubia me wo street ni munti na ebia ama me kasa aware no me bompa ese nyame mama hode na minjai kasa. Sometimes I tell myself, menka bio. But when I pick the microphone, it comes just like that. Ebebo mpaya ma JM. Me o se MPP for na esre wo mo. Ora na anya adwume. Ora na etimi kwesi age. Eye. But me ka kire MPP for. Ada JM be giga no a ebe sha ase no. I hope say omo ansa ma mesu enka nkire obi a say eye witch hunting. Media ade ba ko pena me hwehwe wo wiase. Se da bi bedura obi nkoto aba se me ya igbeni na me to ama NDC na obi enkoto aba se me ya Asantini nti me to ama MPP. Mani da kwai se da bi bedura Ghana krowei se uko wiye sika full soldiers en sore eni wachi en kwaye demonstration wo yoko wo ya ndis ni na wiye sika wonko ayu gogo se wo ya MPP ni na wiye sika wonko ayu gogo me twen sa ada no ohia na mani pagimi o mimi hu obi ka no kra na o kasa bia o keka nkwase asem bia no ma hu se ohia ne kom na mani pa ani bre senye ohia ene kom a onipa na odi ubone no you won't buy credit say wo sai e de akosupport ne da na obia for my sika o my sika no fire no o ya MPP full soldier o ya NDC ni full soldier onipa kro one na yire ne ma ena ji wo mo ani ne ma make us any ma ko school ena no obi ka kire me say Bobie wuntumi ni food them they say boasi akon o say eni nipa no me di nkomo ene no oye broni o say look my friend Bobby Wuntumi is sitting on not less than $500 million. Also, this guy has money. He has money. I say, I am into mining. Now, or church me mining numuno. Odokra was saying the excavators, a 2 peno. One register, Juma, Emma, big foreign mining company, no. They are no enyano. Now, to me also almost 500 excavators, as I say, a room, quiet. Now, Koshamo Brofua, or Mudiwun to Miachi, Ekojina Yoko. Obi wa oto sporta ba ko share no be ya busumi nsie ni onyi da oniska ode to sporta mpo eto adwudwi onom diwema onye ebi da ni toothbrush edi 1 year na ne sia pro na ogina lor kwamu ena wanya wuntumi a igengen na wuntumi ma wuntumi wei adie bi sei na ne ma eti abrochire no adie na onu watu wuntumi ma ennom Ghana nsuo wuntumi ma omo nnom Ghana nsuo obi asori awiei onidi ye na ogina politician echi ohine no a Oh no. And look, you see, you have funny say. Na member the tougher. You have fun to ora Jomama ekwano. Say, ekrumunye. We are enjoying the economic indicators. But the dispensation now you know. And your economic indicators no amount for here. We wanted somebody to sanitize the system. And we believed in you so much that we gave our all. Even to the point of death. Kana ye mubi yankaya se muntia. O kane bebre ya ni aka kire wo se. Ya ma obi minister anaya ye obi say wo GM office na eye oya. Me obi oni me adu agrobia onim se de misitie. Bibia ni wa ewo obi hu a no. But now you did say you can sanitize the system. Somewhat in Crawford. Over here, so a man for report on the quiet. What is on the quiet? Or money in idea. Obia family me and Radia. Say any panana member, my catch now say, me to Adiana amount, and not waba ababachi, any pana amame. Oba ya was meaning pan air cano on the quiet. Only cano have on the quiet. On the quiet, as you say. Let us know. Any part do say na report to more. Let us know how much and we retrieve. Let us know state properties say NYJ everywhere. Let us know how many NSS Omujina court.
To 75,000 Ghana cedis. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Baye or Tisasi Kanoso Emma Muslimi Bia Obeko Hajj this year no etuya 62,000 Ghana cedis. 13,000 Ghana cedis are oyi free mu. Ewe yinso nyamicha DNT His Excellency John Dramani Mahama I communicated through his able chairman Alhaji Tanko. Say on Santisu Emma Muslimi Fua Omubeko Hajj 2026.
Oh, okay.
Until this year 2025 yenya 13,000 Ghana cedis reduction.
I see.
2026 yasabenya 2,000 Ghana cedis reduction. Until His Excellency through his able chairman Alhaji Tanko Rauf has communicated this afternoon say 2026 Hajj Fest no be 60,000 Ghana cedis flats. Ghanaians yampewe na yepedien. Muslims at large, Ghana and beyond yampewe na yepedien. And this is what yebimo a championeer for more than a decade today. Say the Hajj Fest can indeed be reduced. Say nya aban papa nanso nyamiche DNT yanya aban papa yanya 15,000 cumulatively this year and next year. 15,000. Say 15,000 no. Say kanino okay, nyasa reduction no. Nipa more than 30 omuwuye out of heat exhaustion in the Saudi Arabia no anka embada because bimo last year and last 2 years because okay I said now
so
it happened but na nipa be 2-3 na wuye but not omo fa bongo no mpo but nanso no omo fa bongo no because of 75,000 nipa do a omo fa unapproved route no were more than the number of people who went through the approved route because of 75,000 Ghana cedis. Nti we say Ghanaians and pay Muslims and pay I don't know again what will motivate you to go unapproved route. Nti Mejina His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Anaisu Mejina the chairman of Hajj Committee and so Eda His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say ni oyema Ghanaians ni oyema Muslimi fo ye ni so ye de na ase nyame hira no. Back to the substantive. Commander say Public Account Committee ejuma omudi a constitutional requirement. Dia edaho say every year and every 4 years. Every year. This district assembly the various local government institutions, they would come and account to the good people of Ghana through local government committee of parliament. There are other institutions, other members of parliament are responsible for doing same through their parliamentary select committees. Now we share the issues bordering of corruption and then accountability. In fact, if you look at history and the reason why a lot of people lost confidence in Nanado government was because of the nature of corruption and accountability. It was a major issue that people really fought the NPP government under Nana Akufo-Addo, simple because the information that we had that Ghanaians mutu abamano no. In fact, say it is not only when they say the shining head is always the case udi okutu it's extra there be it is a obi quality a shiny there is something behind it and okutu nkwana ma a shiny. So Nanado portrayed as a human rights lawyer o chon tro kase se onoba onyinti baby a onye aduru no ombo Ghana krono but the Ghana eshenensa and the entire making of Ghana over 70 getting to 70 years corona omobo within 8 years under Nana Akufo-Addo has never happened before. His Excellency the former President Jerry John Rawlings died before we tuomo, because this is a man who championed probity and accountability, and in the end this or supportee Shotingo simple because of his own interests. Another day discussion, but at the end of the day we all saw what led to Nana Akufo-Addo exits as a president and as a political party. If you look at the act that decentralized the local governance system was one factor, which is that we needed fast development. That's one. Two, we needed accountability so that based on the amount of money institutions. But fast forward, what did we see? We are now seeing, because of the Abamponia Oruli in the past 8 years, who streamlined certain things or skewed certain things to his favor, in the area of corruption. But don't forget, this is a new era. And anything that borders on corruption, the oral and the promises made by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, obediso. And indeed, we have seen it. The expose that oral has exposed, confidence back in the system. And everybody who holds information is what making sure. Do you know? The exposés that I know,
Through
oral. One, you can say, this building of Papai or Magdan, leading to the demolition of Anamibwa. We saw that, and there are a lot of exposés that the oral did in terms of the state capture. And we saw the lands that were captured within and without cantonment. Aramibwa. But what I'm trying to say is, even with that, the oral mandate was not what constituted as part of our constitutional body. So what they can do is outside the constitutional mandate of every state institution. So they couldn't come your organization demanding to audit you or otherwise. So but about the motivation beyond the oral nukrano dear Ghanaians would even say they have the comfort to even report to oral, just ad hoc something that brought about confidence. Say Mahama is coming to fight corruption. That brought about confidence in the system. If I hear something about state land and it's been captured by somebody, I can report to oral. So for me, the oral, whether they have started or not, we can discuss another day. But the point I'm making is whatever the state agencies are doing is in line with the constitution, and we must all support the exposés, whether individual or the PAC, that's the Parliamentary Select Committee. What you are saying. So let's look at how those things are uncovered. Those monies that have been advanced, the state agencies are supposed to be accounted for. And who is in charge of those accountability or ensuring accountability? Auditor General. So Auditor General have completed their audit, and they have sent a report to PAC Analboa, and then PAC has started digging out some information in respect of how they expended their resources therein. But at the end of the day, Corona APA Bano didn't start today. That is what I want people to understand. Corona omudi or yediskamo mo obimu edi to treasury bills obimu di to the extent that they pay monies to people who are not even alive for more than 25 months. Okay, it means the public sector corruption is so alarming, and we need a leader like John Dramani Mahama, who has promised this country that he will deal decisively with corrupt officials of this country. And indeed, he has told Auditor General and then Chief Justice that there should be a fast track process. He's not saying there should be a fast track court, that there should be a fast track process to instill discipline and bring back confidence in the system, so that no one will take it as the past, where when you take it nobody will know, like the 25 months salary and who sanctioned that. So it's a cabal, not starting from today but in the past. So my suggestion is this, that why don't we strengthen the institutional check? The institutions need a serious check, so that anybody that is asked to take certain responsibility is doing that with all seriousness it deserves. Look, Commander, you can't tell me that in this your media house you don't have an internal auditor. You can't tell me that.
But those institutions are more internal.
That's what I'm saying, sir. So if somebody is sleeping on the job and somebody is taking advantage of your laxity, it doesn't rely on the person who stole the money. It lies on the same person who is sleeping on the job. So there are laid down procedure as to how to expend money, as to how you receive money, and as to how you spend it. So to the extent that one institution can be paying somebody for more than 25 months without you, the auditor or the internal auditor. Bear in mind, sir, at every point in time, there are external auditors who come to check the internal auditor. Are you getting the point? Yes. So if that laid down, if you have the strong laid down procedure, adhering to every now and then, I'm not sure, sir, that you will come and ask me how much have you spent this week and I can't be able to tell you. It's wrong. So first and foremost, we need to strengthen the institutions so that when the need arises, we're able to instill discipline. In the first place, the internal auditor need to explain to us as Ghanaians how much is being paid to go and sleep, not to go and work. I don't blame the accountants. Look, no accountant can spend money without the internal auditor auditing the process. No accountant. And
meaning no purchase so
that's what I'm saying. So we need to strengthen that institution and then take people who have over the past slept on their jobs. Because commander, it doesn't make sense. Say in this office, you have petty cash, and even with the petty cash in the Quran, before we this petty cash, and before we requested for petty cash, the auditor would have audited that request. There are instances where, as I sit here today talking, my documents were internal auditor officer on your approve because the auditor will check and make sure say Nima me deliver and the institution has taken it. That's one. Two, whether there's value for money. So I don't understand why a whole government I am okay, I said now I see Abensika didn't quite. Okay, I don't know if you can Abensika. So the perception is that Abensika didn't quite. Now Abensika, John Dramani Mahama, I am telling everybody that Abensika yendino kwa who the Abensika whether you die or not.
There seems like some sort of frustrations in the system, and now I'm frustrated without any cause.
When people get there are people who would have said say MPPD who call courts simple because you are saying say there's a land in this neighborhood cantonment purported to belong to Mami Teresa Akufo-Addo. Because of that, they took you to court. And people want to know how that case ended. But the wheel of the law, the justice gone slowly. There were people in the same party who said you were not supposed to be outside. So once the process has started, let's give it time. Okay, to see how this current Auditor General, Attorney General will follow it to the letter. I don't want to say at the end of the day, that's not what I'm saying. We should have it slowly but sure, but not slowly but nothing. Because as we speak, I would not trust anybody, any political party for that matter, because of my past experience. In 2008, what didn't we hear? To the extent say, Obimu koto bed sheets and a pillow more than $100,000. Okay, what brought about Tarzan? Didn't Tarzan court? And everybody thought, say, hey, wait there. Some Cassia said, committee no crown obiankoda. But at the end of the day, we didn't see anything. But the point I'm making is say, if we rush and take useless case to court, we'll be taken back uselessly. So let's take our time. And then also, if you look at the prompt action, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is talking about deterring the people who would want to take you. And so that system, prompt action, power our local governance system. You will go to work today and 1 month and won't call Juma. And they'll give you money to do your projects because when you MP. And Kasanti, the money is sitting down and the constituents, the people are suffering because of you when you MP. You are not going to give us development. So these are some of the things we should be focusing our energy and resources on. I am not in support whatsoever that because as soon as you NDC me, once the person embezzles money, we should allow the person to go. No, that's not what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is talking about. He's talking about instilling discipline and making sure, say, all corrupt activities that have been ongoing, both past and present, should be yanked out. People should be held responsible. Juma Wukono.
And that is what the street is calling
for. And the street is calling the say Mahama is in line with the street calling. He's saying that say now only auditor Attorney General Asia together with the Chief Justice talking about what? Fast tracking the case that has been reported to them. So that the streets would be what? Would become the people who have perceived corrupt activities in the past and then even be able to point out, say, Haruna, no, but I'm still here making noise. That means the justice is not going to be meted. So I, for one, would support the youth, and I would always support the youth simply because the corrupt individuals in the past should not live to enjoy that monies they stole. Governor, Maui.
All right, so that's it. My mention to Mamini also, citizens. So here we are. Different kinds of arguments. If you feel so, let's give them time. Ebinum feel so near me is slow. Ebinum feel so. Ebinum already deal. Ebinum did do actually. Ebinum crowd raising issues, which we will come back to it. Whether Ebinum say no, the AG and the OSP should go. I know another discussion. I know say be only far, but another discussion. However, no problem. Yeah, opinion. But this is where we have got into Public Accounts Committee.
Commander, let me share with you. Commander, let me share with you. Let me share with Sono production team. Commander, for me. Se debia na certificate na itiem de ewio na nkofu gwenko na wokọ no ewi biara enyiwo ana de yimpa na wokọ hu no so sa no nye ewi bia the next time abetiem ewio biara nkasa ho. So if we keep on saying we are going to arrest them, we are coming after you, we are doing this, next year next time we ka yen kasa bia ho. I think Muni Aruna, I am my meal also. Now, baby, I was in some name, baby, or pedoka. You see, it's in him now, my young boom. And then I say, that's for Oko Chatty. We'll push the health minister. My health minister, back the Yama about to Tugua, watch a tre, Yama be or ye, and my sister, my Reshamuba. So sometimes, even it would take jar, you get results. Attorney General, his office was one of the first offices when you were minister. The office of Attorney General and Administrative Justice. I'm paying the first three ministers of one. I think Finance, Energy, and the Attorney General. Into obey or yenda ba. Na mama ye free today. Operation Recover All Loot ORA. It started in 2024. December 2024. Now starting in Penyufa na wada no one year joke. COP retired Kofi Boachi. Daniel Domlevo, former Auditor General. Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, now Minister of Foreign Affairs. Private legal practitioner, lawyer Martin Pegbu. Then we have Mr. Remonacha, investigative journalist, now the boss of Yoko. 5 solid individuals. What's what? Wajijin Kofu, whistleblowers, Gobim Craft or Bediko Konsa complaint. All those things, information wajijin na was training in Ado. Now was president. If you listen to the president when he was handing over the oral report to the Attorney General, next and the back never catch them there. Oh, the wheels of justice grind slowly. People will get angry.
Why should
the president said?
Why should they get
and I'm
angry?
coming there. The president used the word. These are there are cases that has watertight evidence. Chairman, say eco quarter. Court does not believe in complaint, does not believe in propaganda. It deals with facts and law and evidence. So if you say that you already have watertight evidence, then you are expecting results. We are expecting results. And Commander, the Attorney General did something if you a novel or there transparency benejumum until he mounted the podium and gave us information. It's offer case by case and we review actually. It's on ma nkrofo obozi na wa kire Mustafa Hamid eyimo wa yi ocheche ni na. And Sebekaya, they said even there are some 38 cases out of the 2,000 and something cases. 38 of them can give us $21 billion.
But you know, official.
It was official
from the AG,
from the Oral committee. No, even Honorable Okujato Ablakwa said it before the Nevetin appointment committee of Parliament. So all these things, when you do it and you say it, all my impact regime, all my impact look forward to something really happening. Because Commander, when they do my yatikeko, some of it we saw it. Commander, the National Cathedral, money on the whole. On the whole, people see it and they hear the amount of money that has been sunk into this hole. And we realize the money that we need to help this country to develop. I need to say, yeah, the miskana, yeah, 2 man crofo the 1 year, including Aminawo. And the people now, they are already burdened with taxes and taxes and taxes. No bit what we couldn't free. And they will turn back and look at us and laugh at us. They mudede amuye, mumbat na consulate, muye de mun onkwesiaga. Now, Attorney General bold enough to come and tell some of us there, oh, yeah, plea bargaining, and he's doing 60-40. Oh, you see,
I mean, he came to meet it, didn't he?
He came to meet what? That there's 60-40, recover 60%. On the bambra. On try and bra, or try and there, on recover 60%.
Plea bargaining law, I mean, is there. And yes, be or the BB,
no, but
Yanti Bida, I was sister Numaba.
Commander Maraka there, only did not can there on your 60%. Is okay, na maybe said there. Which one is that? Which one is that? It makes it difficult for all of us to accept it because on America there, if we don't say it today and they don't do it, what will happen is that the same people you think you are protecting will turn back tomorrow and tell you there, so it shows that you are just saying it. You don't have evidence. Meanwhile, they've stolen money. So why are we doing these things like this? The Attorney General can come and mention certain people's name. However, he's failing to tell us one more about what chase can be. So how does that serve as a deterrent to people? Obi wieska na me kata no do na me ka de we botu ebinti me jan and I mean bonidi mi nyinka hwe wo ho a. How does that serve as a deterrent for somebody else sitting somewhere not to do the same thing? But you to menka yes say you no or do ya sa ni ye no ye miamia kru ni nchanchen ye defe no yes no bo promo ye twache the kaka nkofu bi untase. But we need to face the facts. You see, in your ready, and if you know that you need more evidence, you don't come and give us that falsehood.
You see the other side. I mean, you can say. Apart from the Ora issue, Utie Ora John Mahama the other timer. So give me time and let me play this on John Mahama on the consensus or raise on the Public Accounts Committee and setting up fast track courts. Maybe it will give us a better understanding, because I think that President no or Pepper or what they will indication say the president is committed.
I don't think that we are assessing the president's commitment to fight galamsey.
The aura and everything is about the NDC government.
Yes.
So
yes.
And he's the leader.
Yes, but you see, he works through people. Yet, the general secretary of the NDC, Obobokoko. That should tell you that sometimes ebo pepano, but there are people who are in the supply chain. They can make pepano useless.
Can some grabbers okay?
Commander, the president obviously or fight corruption. Only to the Orabe. And the president on America there, because of his intention, this Ora thing, he lamed the people who were supposed to man Ora before he was sworn into power, into office. That is enough grounds to show you that the president as a person is committed to the fight against corruption. Ora some before he became president. And even when he won, immediately he won, and before he was sworn in, he set up a team. In fact, the 5 solid people I mentioned their names, well, they are not mean people. They are not just anybody's. Only try am here there. When work has gone into this, you have the work. I'm sure there, if it was me, I would have requested there the Attorney General's office should have 2 deputies.
I see.
They should be able to outsource some of the cases to extra group of lawyers. Because if your report gives you over 2,000 cases, over 2,000. Oral report, over 2,000 cases. Now they pack also a Public Accounts Committee. You can imagine how the office will be overwhelmed.
So let me ask you, would you say more calling for the head of the AGOSP? Are they being fair?
Why not? You are supposed to get the work done. Once you are not getting the work done, you
rightly said it. What can I say? They are overwhelmed.
Have you heard the AG requesting for anything?
But maybe
Commander,
he's not able to do so because of the promises made Ghanaians, the link government, won't me? But to say who can, it's true. We know you agree when it comes to say they should
High Commissioner is a deputy ambassador. So
nah,
it's my brother, Ankrauna. High commissions are getting deputy ambassadors.
Oh, but they are not.
So what I'm saying is that no, he's saying the lean government.
Yes.
Let me show there.
Based on JM
government, they form part of government.
No, he's talking about ministers. I'm not talking about not JM and Kase about the entire appointment.
Up now they have about 50. They have about 59. On the system in Pwana.
Oh, I'm saying what do?
On the system.
Okay.
Only. Commander, see, baby, would don't want net one this because at the end of the day, Ghanaians will be demanding results. Do Ghanaians even saying there, Ghana for your there, Abeyi is working less than system ministers? Ghana for Akai. They will be better or almost over 120 ministers. 120. And this government is doing less than 60 ministers. Have we appreciated it? And a enormity of work President Akufo-Addo be us in there and he's in a hurry. No, it's over 126 ministers. On the yet one day. So my issue is that if the office, and I'm not saying the office, I'm thinking because probably now on the to me now, so he is more overwhelmed. I mean, it's a and most of the number of cases are, I feel that it can be overwhelming. If there is the need, request for more hands. If you are not requesting for more hands, it means that you want to my yeah. Into the water moment, Maria. And at the end of the day, let me a performance reviewer. It's about the results.
Why?
Oh, but so far, about results. But the results, I mean, since the establishment of the office of the special prosecutor is a truth or dare. I mean, office truth or dare. What you truth or dare? Dare me, and I'll do this. Hey, now,
Obia sending me a question because it will be so. What has happened to the ECG container cases?
Oh, well, now, Auntie, you see, this is the problem. Auntie, I make it there. Auntie, how MD before talked about it. Then sometimes when you talk, and at the end of the day, out the expectation I creating. People don't see it. Next time, it can't be a casa. And chocolate can't be what the Sakwa Boadu do. Because they are tired of the talking. Don't create expectation when you know that you don't the views of Justice Gainswell. So you knew it. You knew. Go through the process. No, get us results.
The point is. The other side of the argument.
So if you give me the excuse, I will take it.
Yes, apart from say, yes, when you say the wheel of justice and grind it slowly, you need to put things together well so that you don't go in there and embarrass yourself, embarrass the government, embarrass the nation. Exactly my point. So when you mount, we have water tight cases, we are going to do this, and when they come, I'll put that, and what will be we are internal assembly. What delay in giving the person bill or call out to be a internal assembly give to Oware yet an assembly bill basing the so China ever to say Mr. Fahamid Nidi hey Nukadaya. You understand? When these things go on, it hurts the people at the ground. You have the cases, fine. But immediately you mount and start saying things, and you create the expectation. This is what you will get. But remember, see, Commander, we will have a bigger problem because Public Account Committee, onyendu. Mama, you see, sometimes I want that people are new to us. Public Accounts Committee, the issues before public, oyendasem. Oyendana anguti na Public Accounts Committee. India has Public Accounts Committee. Okay.
UK has the same Public Accounts Committee. I don't know where Ghana will copy, whether from the UK or what, because both India and Ghana were colonized by the British. So I don't know whether we all learned from there. But at least I know these three countries are practicing the same thing. But most of the times, Commander, I didn't say before the Public Accounts Committee. We see no sense of guilt on their part in the where the madden. And I think Haruna said some. There, right now, Public Accounts Committee, they are reviewing 2024 accounts. So some of the DCs now work on
2022,
they know nothing. They are only coming because they are in the office now, and when you sit in an office, you inherit assets and liabilities.
So how do we chase those people? No,
that is the question.
We chase them?
And that is what I'm expecting there. The meeting that some of this will address them, because the people who sat in those offices, most of them are alive. They are not dead. So when you are coming before the Public Accounts Committee, hold them. In fact, some of them,
but the thing is that those people are not political appointees. Nti omo in 2024-23 no omo that's office. So they come with them. The only changing that is made is the head, who is the DC or the MC. That's all. The accountants, the auditors, the administrators, the district coordinators, and what have you, that's who office. So
but
some of them
is that just after
some of them.
Yes, you have to say after a change of government, either the person is transferred to another place, or maybe whatever. But it do a public accounts committee that young conference.
Exactly. That's the point.
Also, other places are our friend. Because so they be
they are coming to. Yes. They are coming to talk about what the new districts are municipal. What you talk about what you inherited.
What's saying is that
Matthias, you.
Yes, we are not actually the way you move.
And I say. Okwa na yebisa no oyo amano eka about niame inherity and niame inherity and nyina no so ka ho nti say we say a citizen that's in a year and say na mebe inherity they know how to tackle you and they know the recommendations.
But that is the wrong approach. I'm saying that
it's not
Harina, you see the man here to when I'm saying the public accounts committee, we are not getting anywhere because of some of these things. People are alive. This is coordinating director. Why changes? Why transfer bimu? Budget officer why transfer? Finance officer why transfer? But you are finance officer for Lejokuku. If they transferred you to Oda and they are coming to public accounts committee and there are issues that you have to answer, you the current one plus you the one who signed whatever, and I offer that it's one up. Somebody is dead 26 solid months, you do validation. 26 solid months you are validating somebody who is dead. We are paying ghosts and owing the living.
Abra the internal auditor say
and I mean, I say, yes, we shouldn't go and call the person who was doing this validation.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm saying, the system has a way of dealing with the people.
It has never dealt with them. What system? The system has never dealt with them. And that is what is breeding the impunity. So people will do some of these things and do not care.
And some of
us who have relatives when you do in the public system, we know how they feel when they say auditors are coming. But when you know these things, when you are transfer, sometimes we generate, because at the end of the day, they will know how to sort things out. In our nobody follows through to check there. Some of these things even happen. And in there, we are losing so much money through that system. And when we lose the money, at the end of the day, it comes back to me and you, because government yes about most of the assemblies, the kind of rot that is going on, you'll be shocked. District engineer, was cut them. One of the assemblies, I won't mention name, the district engineer there has more billboards outdoor than outdoor companies. Ontia, because when you put up a signage, you pay to the assembly.
Yes.
Now only like permit 101. Our more billboards than even outdoor companies. It's not Jiska. But on chair one city there where in fact a assembly it is assembly put the crowd do on the crowd no otumichire there MC beban and politician beban DC only engineer has so much there. Sometimes say DC and MC needs some work done over here bia the engineer is able to mobilize international to mechanism. That's one of your this is the rot that is going on, and that is why it's important that we need to support somebody who has a legacy time to deal with such a rot. Because obi keke or keke don't to solve. I mean, that is why, Commander, this is the time we need to get up to support President Mahama to succeed. Because now, baby, he has to test on parliamentarians. He's a president.
Everything is, I mean,
yes. So this is the time to get some work done once and for all. It's a manufacturing. Yeah, careful. This is the time we need to help in whichever way, shape, or form to make sure the president succeeds.
Even God has given him so much power than a military leader. I'll come back to you, but Aruna, me read the comments, and I'll base my question to you, on the comments I'm reading here. Sack the AG, sack OSP, sack the AG. Me a go a me na menkai me hu beye 50 comments. AG, OSP, AG, OSP, sack the two. Is it the right call?
No, it's not a right call at this crucial moment. Sometimes, we share the sentiments of Ghanaians. Now, you are tempted to align. But if you are informed, say, sana the court system, you would have patience. Because even me, okay, say, you see, me courts, me di obi courts, sana me per se the system no, e contam e mame no, enti se akra. And we are talking about the parliamentary duty and then the public duty in terms of the government machinery and what the AG receives daily to deal with. We share the system you're operating on. We are operating a system where everybody open information, a transparent economy, transparent system. You're running today. Youngfa yes issues enter 2020 ekopim 2024 yeto aba John Dramani Mahama and a cases now yes in 2020 and a cases now John Dramani Mahama ebe inheriti. Nobody will tell you say political cases travels a lot.
Why?
Now political cases the issue is one the process odi a politician efa
different from
yes the system is very different. Say unko eko bokrono na ye chiw you go court you go police station. The process is different. And until there was civil cases and then criminal cases.
No. Those ones, yes.
Let me me care about criminal cases and then civil cases.
So the way I will say analyzing the basic one. What we are doing say who we are there was second year to a civil.
I'm talking about Debbie. Me see say who call eko bokrono na ye chiw abontin police for edu court. The process is different from a politician you see or bo ana oni mrano edi. That one is different process.
What's the difference?
Very good. Remember, I am alleged to have stolen money. Alleged. You are alleged to have killed somebody. You have alleged to have stolen fowl. Police chill. You go police station. The system is so different altogether. The process the police good. One, say if it is about a bicycle, miko wieya, one chime, but the process indicates that you have been indicted by what? Stealing or causing financial loss to the state. And then the process one, you are given a right to your lawyer, to a lawyer. You are given a fair hearing. You are given an opportunity to say so the moment the AG files something in court against you, the onus lies on you again, the AG, to prove beyond reasonable doubt.
That's with everybody.
That's what I'm telling you, that these are two different things.
It's not different.
What could be a banshee? Yeah, chill. This is the exhibit. This is finchy. Yeah, chill. And you are telling me that one we are banshee and one we are akuko. Yeah, chill. Okay, it is purely different from. That's what I'm saying, sir. The process is different from alleged.
I think we shouldn't be encouraging this.
No, what I'm saying,
Chairman,
I'm telling you
Chairman,
that
what you are saying is dangerous.
Which is.
Okay, you finish. I don't want to interrupt you. You finish.
Let me land. You understand? Okay, because you care about the process and fast tracking the process, you know. And we are talking about the process that you think is slow, you know. It's the same way that the person you are alleging, the person you think, say, or no, you think that he would also sit down not to file cases about or to debunk whatever you are talking about. So the process is long. It makes it different. What I'm saying, the process is long. I'm not saying, say, what you have done, stealing, and you are caught, taken to court. Who this car will be court? Hey, would be high lawyer.
So that's different.
It's different.
So the business is that
that's it, because when they ask you,
so it's not,
yes, my
it's not the process. What you are saying, Commander, yes, no, I'm not saying. Commander, please, I beg you. Because of my presence here, Pocho. What the issue is, and I'm sure that's what he wants to say, but it might be misrepresented.
Okay.
What you want to say is that the principle with law is that you need evidence. Okay.
Yes.
You need certain authorities. That is law. So, for instance, and per jurisprudence, you know, he who alleges must prove.
Yes.
So, say police yichirubi the way we are kukwa. It is up to the police to do investigation to prove the ampa akuko no wie no ye wara dibia. So what Aruna is saying is not that there is a difference in how people are treated, but what he's saying is that that's not what you meant.
No.
But the way you said it, it meant as if the people are treated differently. But what you are saying is that so be a watching, one, the person probably was caught in the act. It's probably getting building evidence
it's
or
quick.
Getting evidence.
It's quick.
It's quicker.
Yes.
Obi wawa orbo sikawu juma. O protect nature.
Yes.
Nti ibande obo dreamo, but also the procurement, wakoje 3 receipts. Nti you would have seen that he has gone through the procurement process. Into obi damanum, you need to go beyond,
yes, to prove. So the process is different.
So it might take you time. No. So when you use the word process, it makes it look like you are being treated differently.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I mean. Like
yes,
so the circumstances will be different.
Yeah,
but the process is the same.
Yes, but the Amipachen say the quick action now amount for Eshufiano. And that is why I use the process, because it's true.
So probably you can deal with circumstances.
Good, but if you look at, for example, Opuni case versus the states, it dragged for more than getting to 8 years.
So clearly, that one, it tells you that the state has no case. It's just a matter of we want to punish you.
What I say. So if the matter is there,
because
if the matter is there that they want to punish you, and then the matter is still looking. Yes.
Me, Bobie Ansah.
Yes.
Young folk to say a Dubai. And I am for to say your friend say Saga NSS girl no. Yes, Sebe menye illiterate. But who cases are in the advanced countries? If you travel 5 years, if you travel 10 years, especially murder cases, any they can come basic law. But as I sit here, me fa Dr. Puni any Elijah Gongo a case. That's a very better to know. If by 2-3 years and the state is not able to deal with Gifty Oware and I come not do one here,
Because of what?
because who will see a sika?
Baby. So that is why Mika said the process might take long to establish. Say I'm back. Yeah, we sika ana omu we sika. So the process is different from say yeah chi obi a fichi wakura ne mana ya chi no ko police station. I didn't call. Are you guilty or not? So who can say yes? Then when we are someone, but the politician will tell you, the politician will tell you I'm not guilty.
Please bad them there. Or quite say yes, my fa. But me trebi, me bad. I just said we are going to be
the plea again. Oh, what was you? It's true.
Hold on.
It's a fact.
Bargaining. Omo kase my fa.
There be Ombeka say yes. Say na me yeah. So that's a fact.
That's a very bunch. Now my case we are bunch as me want to the bunch na ba. Me obi akọ wi statement no ba was me my first statement was so dey dey kakra ne ko.
That's absurd.
No, I don't know what kind of system is this.
There's justice in the system. We are not running a lawless state. But the process that individuals are criminals in the known, are politicians, we all know them. You and I know, many of them pass a near, are they a Gifty Oware a year, you know, some citizen a car, you know. So we are a bicycle, who popauchi, you need to establish beyond reasonable doubt in courts. It's not about sentiment. It's not about
we have even scaled it down.
Yes, I know to say plea bargain, but
we have
scaled it down to plea bargain.
Maybe we are bunch.
Yes,
because we are bunch, because I'm using your argument.
Yes.
What's your on the we are bunch in the Ukraine? I don't say ampa. Yes, so who different and how would them? Or say Papa Judge me different. Papa Judge say that's what you are too so different into am ya mre pra.
Got them.
Enti we dey kom na nka wo twetwe ya grandma 10 years. But say one ma case na aye in ntine ya ma 5 years. So that one is there.
Good.
And based on your argument, o say omo de wa ekura no eni aso mu. Okay. Ana Gifty Oware so ekura no ya aso mu. Ana Gifty Oware say a political elitism. Political class any room. And on one antekwa say me so me yo na we dey betua kakra. Yes onu no tua kakra. Ono gitum na so tua kakra. Onko adaya yes ya na say the new evidence. Na de ono ko wi abanche no edi ye no a ono say ampa ko wi edi no.
Any evidence. Banchini any eka say only evidence onu ajatum say wa we
na so so
or see one say these are two different scenarios altogether. Because if today say Gifty Oware ajatum say ampa sika mi ji no me ko ye investment ye sika mi ji no me ko ye investment me ni omunya adwen say obi ajatum say mini madifo mafumano people went to jail for causing financial loss, even with not even up to 100,000 Ghana cedis. Yawo Ibrahim Adam Okoye, Victor Solomi Omunina Kobi. Okay, so that idea of plea bargain, taking some and let them go, is not something I agree with. But the point I'm making is even with that, you would have to travel very far to establish. So we see one Jimpo. If you say no, so we knew I can say about bringing or not bringing. I have not admitted. We need the person who has money to buy or to pay lawyers. We need to go more than miles because of what the law has given the person the right to exhaust all other articles in the Constitution before I will be to me. So the point I'm making is about the longevity of the case, not about near way ekofa. It's about the longevity of the case. And
your word that I have done it is not enough.
No, I'm saying, if the person comes out to say I have done it, so let's cut it short. I'm not in support that let's take the money and let the person go. I'm not in support.
But the point is, what says nipa abayne se onyiska no no be panish no a nipa no ewo long process.
The person, I'm saying, the person I'm not talking about Senipanan can say okay, my default and my dear to say me fasikano. The court would have the person's right protected, and a big and son of what I say,
example, which is on record because I know that this kind of things they record it. They have evidences. And they give you the age.
Yes.
And they have evidences. I need to mean say Gifty Oware no abanwa be ka say ampa omaya they don't have recordings. I know how the state security work.
Yes.
But so the question is the moment you put a bien and say I my yano young boy
yanko no but omo frɛ sɛ yɛmpam ag mini ag
no yes
what do I say mini mono because he doesn't know me but I know him. What do I say? But the point I'm making is I'm just arguing based on the fact somebody who has some understanding of law and some of the process goes I can't put in anything to frustrate the process because I know I am at fault and I'm not ready to go now. So I can spend money to drag the matter more than years so that at the end of the day, okay, if in case say me I would have settled everything before I go. So the court process is not just like Omuka say nde ya hu say Gifty Oware we ska wajetum and I won't to me but the whole in the public when him say corruption is about perception. It's driven, it's perception driven. So to the extent that I have said this,
now Gifty Oware say no,
I'm just saying say wajetum if in case say wajetum okay wajetum I don't see why Gifty Oware should be walking freely.
Anyway,
and I don't think that it is appropriate to call for the head of the OG, the OSP and the AG simply because it's a delay. I am being guided, and let's be guided by the fact in 2009-20 up to 2012 omo na ye castigate omo in our minds before the court pronouncement no crown omo ko free simply because the AG na ya manu the ample time to organize himself court winning. So we should give them ample time and I'm sure the fight against corruption under this government is something we will realize. Yes.
And plea bargain is an admission of committing a crime. So why do the Attorney General negotiate with criminals? Okay, rounding up, man.
I think, Commander, I think we are not hitting the nail on the head. You see, the problem is that Obia and Kancha Attorney General there on Prunumu. The Attorney General himself came to tell us there. You see, and I keep using the word. If you come and tell me that you have watertight evidence that as for you prepare and then what to ensure that you get prosecution sorted. Nobody forced the Attorney General to come and say anything. We didn't. And what you are going to use in the law court is evidence. And you are telling me you have evidence that is watertight. There is no way or you want to have from where going. And that is what you need to prosecute. So that is why people are worried. That is why people feel that they are in a hurry. Also, obviously, you could be overwhelmed with the number of cases that are before you. Even one case, so yes, and I have called there. If possible, let us give the Attorney General another deputy and give him resources to be able to get more lawyers to be able to help and beef up that process. I mean, personally, having an Attorney General that has been in Parliament before is a problem. Because in Parliament, you do what we call what's the word? Sometimes if you want certain work done, Parliament consensus. Okay? And only in our account to delay processes. And in Parliament, and most of the cases that are coming before you are involving parliamentarians who probably you have gone to them to build consensus on something or the other. It makes it difficult for you not to also build consensus with them. But you see,
I'm getting your point.
We are not against Dr. Ini. Dr. Ini, anyone else more?
It's too early for you to push the argument that he should go.
No, I can. No. I mean,
what you say? Let's wait. Or shall see a Lucy cases now. Then that means there's a cause for concern.
You want to wait to see that?
What I said? No, we're not waiting to see that.
You want him to lose cases.
I'm talking about. We should avoid that.
If you have watertight evidence, we should avoid losing cases.
I'm not telling him to rush.
That's good. The only problem we have is that when he mounted the podium to speak, nobody asked him.
But he was giving updates.
But if you give updates, he have the right to also. So the people that are calling, it is the people down there, because based on the expectation that was created,
the people need to be educated. The processes that will lead to people being jailed. It is not about
sort of education.
Again, for them to understand, say it takes time. It takes time before you can get the judgment. Courts. People go to court every now and then. There are people.
We understand that Yamani does.
Yes.
So, Commander, in Kabutar, you understand? In Kabutar. But when you keep on doing these things on Americanamia maybe in the past. The fact that you hold people before the law court does not mean that you have a case. So you can hold everybody to the court. That doesn't mean you have a case.
No, I think that is where Haruna believes say, okay, maybe I will bear 7 cases. First one team.
Yes.
Second one team. Third one team. At that point, you can tell that, look, this AG is not going to help us.
Yes.
Uncle.
Yes.
But after all building,
yeah, so that and to the extent say people have started to confessing and admitting, say I'm a fa. Plea bargain, and I what I say. So once the person believes, before I go there,
I'm a fourth one. Everybody's a friend who can be. Me I want more problem no Haruna. I want more problem no.
The problem is the only reason that probably Uvetmaka say the AG is accomplice, given the fact say the general secretary at the time, general secretary Fifi Kote ever can say amount for a cat behind the scene. This person called the Attorney General has stood on his grounds to say those individuals would be put before the law court at the right time. So why are we now rushing to say onye juma ana onkoye nia emfata ana nia ebemanu elusike? That be my point is that say enokore say nipa numu ekoji atumu say yes ma fasika no. Look, there's no time to waste there and then. But if in case I know the Attorney General would not do something that the party, that the president would not be happy, but there are a lot of things that happens behind the scene. So politics is very slippery. Politics is a slippery adventure. So for me, the Attorney General probably could listen to you and I, but the will of the political power is not what we see.
Yeah, that
political will is not there.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
You see,
no, I'm just saying, said.
You see what we come back to.
The political will now.
You see what we have come back to. The political will. You see? Commander, we need to know then if oral fails, if our anti-corruption fails, because I believe that oral is a litmus test for our anti-corruption fight.
That's right.
So if it fails, I won't be surprised that someone we might not live to see the tomorrow that we want to talk about.
I strongly feel it in me.
We might not live to see the tomorrow that we are talking about.
It's something when I sleep, I just see it like this coming.
Yes, because it looks like we want to treat certain people as special individuals. We wonder why we should sit and bargain with them.
Now, second, Ubia balance a year Nokia 30 why you say was Yamununkuno.
How? Like, I can't think far. It's a year about so do. We want results. If you can't give us results, get out. That should be said. If a Juma Wadimo, no one for cousin and count necessary in car, you should have a problem.
I told one of more issues can cry.
Oh.
One of more issues can cry.
I am somebody do I am better but we know the arrangement going behind the scenes about certain cases. Cases really been a year. Some of the cases you are even calling certain people and confirm they should be involved in it. They are not even part of it. Everybody in the case I came, the former Minister of National Security, Honorable Kendapa, and there, he's an entity under his ministry, and they draw budget from his ministry. Wasemba, ministry in Yimoshe. Is the ministry part of the case? Is it part of the suit? They should ala mekani ye hwe ya fi ye dwan ye hwe what's your man be there to when your man be no to when commander to when one man realistically
you see
realistically on this when should we be demanding results? If we feel that it's too early, when should we be demanding results?
On this level menobeko, but the AG must go issue and when I mean what problem kakra.
Anyone but
within 8 months
I feel
say a single now within 9 months or 10 now see a single a nipa bako per se meanwhile Ayenin is not working in isolation. That is on we be that Ayenin is no and you may be so the 9 and sa or Babon so Wabeka or here be a binding baby. So I mean let's hold on.
No, but when we do that, when we do that, Obi Odini name so no people want results. I'm not being fair to the gentleman. I don't think that with all my expectations, I'm saying that the AG should go. No. What I've rather called for is support for his office. So I want to be on record that I've called for support to the office of the Attorney General. because I think the number of cases before it is overwhelming. And I repeat it, that the Attorney General's office must be supported. And in terms of capacity, in terms of more lawyers who have the capacity to be able to execute the level of cases before him, should be given those support. And I'm calling for that support, because I'll be coming for accountability strongly. And that is why I'm calling today for the support of this office. Because like I'm saying, if oral fails,
I know, sir,
our anti-corruption fight is gone.
The president has said, sir, they should fast track any case that has or that borders on corruption. And see, let's make this clear, that even the promise upon the promises of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the exhibition of political will to arrest the perennial corrupt activities in out of political parties is something that we need, or that he needs to deal with. And he has said it to the extent, sir, Otimi Eshasie to announce the oral team monokrano a political will and a political exhibition of the willingness to deal with corrupt activities. But at the end of the day,
looking at the Fourth Republic, under Fourth Republic, that you Rollins, you Kofo, you Ura Atamos John Mahama, you Akufado, and Bawumia, who share the magnitude of stealing, thievery,
robbery, broad daylight.
Even in 1979, a year before the revolution. No. So, share Nadia Kosunwa. Is this the approach to fight, sanitize the system, and make sure that Ghana will never get back to this road again?
Like I indicated, say, the political will, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama XBT, by forming the oral team Nokra Eyadia Amanfo Ejiatum in the past nibi. And I indicated to you, sir, over post-independence and independence up to dates, okay? What Nanado 8 years, the corruption and the Nana Ado is more than put together all the SY administration since the inception of Ghana Gold Coast, from Gold Coast. But the point I'm making,
that's why the people will not forgive you.
They will not forgive you. So the point I'm making is say, Eddie Kain and my hope, say yes to dealing or to telling you, say my commitment in dealing with corrupt and corrupt related activities. I am putting together all information for the AG to do the needful, for the AG to make sure, say, the will of the people is granted, right? But the point must be made clear for everyone to understand that we are running a country binded by law, and there are court processes with all your interest in making sure that you sanitize the system. You cannot bypass the process of law. But in as much as you really want to deal with the corrupt activities, you need to also speed up. And the speed is where the people have issues. Say, but don't forget also, say, if you are so hungry and they brought you food for you to eat, if you don't take time, it will over you. Okay, it would at least you will not even enjoy the food. So you need to take your time one after the other so that you can get to deal with it the way you really have to. But the point is whether indeed the AG has gone to court, you throw out the cases he has presented. No. Whether Oral have been able to present a case for them to tackle and it's been thrown out, no. But all that he's telling us is that yes, yachi asumesi, waya bonisi, yachi asumesi wa boni a oye eni yachi asumesi boni a oye eni. So he's bringing us up to speed. He's telling us that yes, yachi asiye asumesi, if not the updater or my, how would you have known, sir, Gifty Oware, Eddie Enyas Kase, and how this Kase?
No, I'm not interested.
That's what I'm saying, sir. My interest is that he's giving you, he's telling us that, look, the interest that you have is the same interest he has.
So,
I'm not interested in knowing if I just want to know.
So maybe,
yes,
if we are as we are here discussing these matters, it's out there that Gifty Oware officially has been charged with stealing.
Yes.
And willfully causing financial
loss to the state. So
using
no,
public office for profit
making. Yes.
8 million.
Ghana cedis. Yes. So what is next?
We keep on saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to gather more evidence.
So that there's no process that will take him without jailing him.
However, I think you are missing the point. We are not having. You see what I keep saying there. Nobody forced the Attorney General to come out to talk. You knew you don't have your full facts.
But it doesn't matter.
Let me make the point.
Okay.
Yes. It doesn't matter, because you see, if you know you don't have a full fact, now it could be a good reality, because you are saying there per the rules of law, you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. The fact that you think that the person has stolen something is not enough grounds to come and announce publicly that will ever be no. So what you do is that there is what I'm saying is that commander my point. Okay, you understand what I say? When you come and tell me that you have watertight evidence, it means it's sealed. Good. I've done my background. I've done my investigations. I've gotten evidence enough, grounds enough to prosecute the case. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Very good. How about
if you come and announce and later tell me that you have evidence?
How about other revelations that he need to add?
What other revelations?
Yeah, you might not know. So that's why
you can proceed to court.
No. Proceed to court. You don't do that.
No, but you say you have watertight evidence.
You know,
I'm saying that
that's what I'm saying. There are other evidence he need to add before he can go to court. Yes, having concrete evidence about you.
Do you know that Chairman Wunjumi
is different from number?
Do you know that Chairman Wunjumi was arrested by 2 different courts?
I know.
Why?
Yes, because of 2 different cases.
Oh,
yes.
What was the difference?
The difference is that as another one they say illegal mining.
No, it's all about illegal mining. One was the Nimi forest, and one was the semi area, right? The 2 circuit courts. These are two different cases. No, but you are saying that sometimes you need more. And I was telling you that you can proceed to court. So what I'm trying to let you understand that the first circuit court was dealing with one particular case.
So these are two different scenarios.
What's 2 different scenarios?
Yes, because we are talking about Nimrebi. And you are talking about Samal Boy. The Samal Boy. The difference here is that no, these are all illegal mining, but the other one has to do with illegal entry, and the other one is what? Illegal mining. So these are 2 different lances, but you don't have lances to mine in our forest.
Do you understand?
So the difference is there.
Do you understand counts of cases? So for instance, even you can be charged, and you have different counts. That shows that yes, there are different allegations. You are being charged of different offenses. So for instance, if you arrest you for stealing, one count will be stealing, one count will be illegal entry, one count could be the intention of harm.
But different courts have their different jurisdictions. You can come from
their circuit courts.
I agree. Depending on how the case was tabled. So you are talking about Gifty Oware. The first case should be sent to court once we are gathering the other case, other evidence. That's what you are
saying that there could be other things.
Yes, I'm saying there could be other matters too. You understand? So the proceeding. Yes, for delaying the process.
You have other and you are saying you.
I mean, those are English words.